Alright everyone, we've been waiting a long time for this. Remember, we will look at the drops and distribute them after we kill Dio.
Are you serious?
Hey, this is a series where you'll learn everything you need to know about the Roblox game ABizarreDay. From origin history to combos and matchups, we have everything here on this mini-series. Welcome to HTUC, otherwise known as How to Use and Counter. This stand won the poll on my Discord server for this video. This time we'll be going over C-Moon. This is a beginner's guide or a refresh guide to pros for how to use and counter C-Moon. You will not become a pro instantly after watching this. It takes practice. All info came from the ABD Wiki for combo inspiration, participating in 1v1s, spectating 1v1s, the ABD Discord, and the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Fandom Wiki. Also, please keep in mind, I am a samurai main. C-Moon is a stand used by Enrico Pucci. The stand was obtained in the anime by fusing a green baby with White Snake. C-Moon is also the evolution before Made in Heaven. C-Moon is a powerful stand in terms of speed, agility, and strength. It even has the ability to shift gravity up to a radius 3 kilometers around Pucci. Due to C-Moon being able to modify gravity on certain objects, its destructive energy is greatly increased. Just a blow to the chest can make the opponent's heart turn inside out, making their blood flow reversed, with no blood flowing to the brain, ultimately depriving it of oxygen. Pucci can also partially turn himself inside out without harm to evade attacks. To obtain C-Moon, you must use a stand arrow with a 4% chance of obtaining White Snake. Then, you must use a Dio's Diary on White Snake, which will then give you C-Moon. Stand arrows spawn every minute and will despawn on the map after 15 minutes. They will not despawn if the arrow is already in your inventory though. You can also obtain a Dio Diary by killing the Dio boss with a 60% chance of him dropping it, or obtain it by using a trowel near the sand piles with a 0.75% chance. The Dio boss spawns every 60 minutes with an extra 1 minute delay per spawn. This stand has its fair share of strengths and weaknesses. Let's just go over a few. Some basic strengths would include high damage output, speed and movement options, decently large HP, a good block, and certain moves bypass block. Now some weaknesses would include difficult to follow up moves because they send the opponent 20 miles away. C-Moon's most powerful move is near impossible to land in 1v1s. Gravity Shift or H leaves you open for 3 seconds with no reduced damage taken, so using this move could cost you the 1v1. The stand honestly has no combos. It heavily relies on reaction time, speed/maneuverability, and timing. I will, however, still go over the usual easy, medium, and very hard combos. These are not the most reliable combos, but you can still use them if you time them correctly. Keep in mind that you can modify these combos and you should not only use these combos. I would love to hear your combos in the comment section. I will say R or E instead of the actual move names from now on, because saying the actual move names will get very complicated very quickly. Keep in mind that blocking makes these combos deal a whole lot worse damage. A powerful combo that can deal little damage up to a ton of damage depending on the length of your barrage. You should choose how long you will barrage depending on your opponent's damage output and HP/defense. This combo has a relatively low cooldown and can be used many times during a 1v1. A combo that deals a great amount of damage. Having T active is absolutely necessary to land F. This combo is somewhat reliable, but it can be difficult to land F after R at times. This combo can pretty much kill almost any stand if they are not blocking. However, it is very, very difficult to land. This is because H makes everyone in the game have shifted gravity. If your opponent jumps during shifted gravity, it is almost impossible to land J since they can just run away in the air. Using H also leaves you vulnerable for about 3 seconds and you will not take reduced damage. Due to these conditions and not being very reliable in PvP, plus difficult to do, I will be giving this combo the first ever very hard combo rating in this series. I've decided to switch things up a little bit, and instead of a 1v1 situation, this time I'll be going over some technicalities against different stands or situations, sort of like things you might not know. Alright, let's start. F does not do knockback if the opponent is blocking. F also does not do knockback if they are barraging. You can use F during Gold Experience Requiem Return to Zero animation. Just keep in mind that if they start barraging, they won't get knocked away. You can use R during Return to Zero as a get off me move, and it works even when they are barraging. Using T and then using F will make you lose your speed boost. H has an animation of about 3 seconds and you will not take reduced damage, so you shouldn't shift gravity near your opponent, especially if they can dish out a lot of damage in a short amount of time. Many C-Moons will stand jump and use F when they are in the air to try and land F on you as soon as they drop back to the ground. The stand is quite powerful and is very viable in PvP. However, here are a few basic tips on countering it which could help you do a little better. Block when necessary. Just keep in mind that C-Moon J bypasses block, and if your stand has low durability, you will take a lot of damage from all moves even if you block. Be patient. C-Moon users can stay in the air for a very long time if they use T or H. Personally, my record for being able to stay in the air is around 18 seconds. Rushing in from impatience can lead you to losing the match. Projectiles can help at the start, but C-Moon users can quickly get to you with T. If the C-Moon counters, you can use projectiles to deal a little damage. A little damage is better than none. Silver Chariot projectile also bypasses the reduced damage and deals the same amount of damage, ignoring the reduced damage. So if you have Silver Chariot, go ahead and use the projectile against their counter since they can't cancel it. I will now go over a bad habit that many new users to C-Moon do when they first get the stand, so that you don't make those same mistakes. J is a very powerful move that can end a match quickly. However, Gravity Shift or H leaves you very open for about 3 seconds, meaning that the opponent can get some quick damage off of you. And landing J is also very difficult because the opponent can just jump away during shifted gravity, making it almost impossible to land J. Obviously, using gravity shift at the right time is fine, but spamming it whenever it's possible is very dangerous, especially if you are near your opponent, and I do not recommend it. I will now go over matchups against popular stands in standard 1v1 rules and see how they play out, meaning no time stop, beatdowns, etc., and how to have a better chance at winning the matchups mentioned. The stand has a very high damage output. Return to Zero is also very dangerous. You can use F during the animation of Return to Zero, but keep in mind that they will not take a knockback if they are barraging. You can also use R if they start barraging to send them flying. Either F or R during Return to Zero is fine to use. Use your speed and movement to quickly move around, dodge projectiles, and deal good damage. You have a decent chance at winning this matchup if you play correctly and know what you are doing. Ah yes, the Speed Stand 2.0. This stand is also very dangerous to you. This matchup is actually quite even in my opinion. If the Made in Heaven counters, you have enough time to do H plus J. The second hit of J will hit after hitting the counter, dealing a ton of damage. You will take some damage from the Made in Heaven counter, but you will still be in the lead if you survive the damage from hitting the counter. Do your best and play smart, and watch out for Made in Heaven F. That's just a general tip. F is very dangerous for Made in Heaven since it bypasses block as well. This matchup is quite even. Do your best and play smart. This stand is incredibly low HP, just 2 to 4 hits are enough to kill it. You can catch them off guard with F as well since it has a relatively large radius around you. It is necessary to block against this stand to have a better chance to win due to the amount of combos it has. Of course, it is slightly easier to fight due to certain nerfs, but it is still difficult to fight skilled Shadow the Worlds. Try to catch them off guard with F or R, and do your best. Using T is also good due to the speed, obviously. Note, many of these matches heavily depend on whether the CP is very experienced and skilled or not. They can also be false if the opponent knows what they're doing. Make sure to adapt to how your opponents play and choose your best options from there, such as how did they move, do they dash or roll frequently, what about counters and stand jumps. As I said before, this is a beginner's guide for how to use and counter C-Moon. To find out more, you should do research yourself and do 1v1s. The ABizarreDay community is usually nice enough to do 1v1s and help you in their Discord server about stand strategies. Be sure to give me suggestions in the comments or on my Discord, more importantly, for the next how to use and counter. Have a nice day and goodbye.